So I've gotten some questions from the community members of my active marketer group on how exactly do I think about creating advertising angles and how do I position things like avatars, desires, and all those other things when I'm also thinking about Facebook ad angles that scale. So today's video, we'll be kind of diving into Facebook ad angles and kind of my perspective of how I think about Facebook ad angles. So with that being said, let's dive right into the video. So let's just start off with ad angles specifically. For me, the way I think about ad angles are just essentially taking one thing and different ways to take that one thing and make it seem new again. So like, for example, I may have what I like to call just a base claim, right? So my base claim might be something like scaling Facebook ads, right? And then from here, I can go and have a couple different angles off of that. 3 ways to scale. And then another one might be how to scale FB ads. And then something else might be like scaling FB ads to 30K days, right? So they're just all still saying the same thing, but they're communicating and showing it in a different way. And that's more so what a ad angle is for me. So I always start off with a desire, and then from here I have my different angles from that particular desire right there. And then let me also say this will be a desire, awareness, sophistication, and avatar, right? So it's going to be this big combo. And then I have plenty of videos that show like basically that combo itself. But from there, I will have my base claim, which is basically just all of that put together. And then here I will go ahead and have my different angles from that. So now that you kind of know just the hierarchy of how I look at things, let's go now into more specifically some templates that you guys can use. And then we can actually write a few angles using some of these templates. So let me just go ahead and change this up. These are probably the most common templates I've just basically seen over the years. I probably have over close to 100 just saved in like my swipe files and stuff like that. But these are just like the most common ones that you would typically run into when doing your research, reading different copywriting books and things like that. These are the kind of key things that you're going to see the most. So let's just look at some of these templates real quick. Size of the claim. This is just where you simply want to say the claim, but the size of it, right? So instead of just saying scaling Facebook ads, I would say something like scaling Facebook ads to 30K days. I'm not saying how to lose weight or lose weight. I'm saying lose 7 pounds, lose 30 pounds. Here, you're just adding the size. And then from there, you just have to look at your market research to understand what is the size that people are looking for, or what's the realistic number that your product will actually help them achieve. That's the next question you have to look into. Now, the next one is the speed of the claim. And here, we just simply want to focus on the speed, right? So here, instead of saying scaling Facebook ads, I'm going to say, let's see, this one might be actually a little tough to do just because it's kind of hard without putting like a size as well in there. But I'd be scaling Facebook ads in as little, scaling Facebook ads in as little as 60 seconds. I'm just going to put a day, right? So the speed. This could be a time of how much time involvement they have per day, or this could also be the speed of the which they get that particular result right there. So like another route for this, let me just go boom. This is a lot to delete. I probably should go another way from this. But scaling Facebook ads to 30K days in 7 days. All right. Why am I showing that scaling Facebook ads to 30Ks in 7 days? Because I'm measuring that speed right there, speed of which we're helping them achieve that particular result. Now, next one, compare the claim to its unnamed rival. Now, The reason why I'm saying unnamed rival is because we're just kind of really want to focus on the claim here. The unnamed rival, this is going to be for more of a higher sophistication market, typically going to be either in a new mechanism, or it's going to be in the form of like a stage 4, right? We're comparing two products itself. But here, compare the claim to its unnamed rival. This is where you want to focus on just what makes your product better. Is it a speed? Is it a size? Is it without limitations? This one actually can involve a couple different angles in one, right? Let's say, for example, our strategy with the broad targeting, right? You know, for me, I've tested a lot of different Facebook ad strategies over the years. I've documented all those strategies on this YouTube channel. And for me, it's like the broad targeting single campaign structure, just focusing on creatives, has produced the best results for me. Now, there's a lot of different unique factors to it of what makes it better. There's the speed of what it works. I've just seen it work a lot faster. There's the simplicity aspect, where instead of taking 8 hours in the account, you only spend 15, 20 minutes a day, not even that, maybe 10 minutes a day. And then you also have the size approach, right? Like we've tested it all the way up to 100K a day in ad spend, right? So there's a lot of different factors, but I say the speed of the time involvement is a big one right there. So we're moving that. So scale Facebook ads. I'm gonna say scaling Facebook ads to 100K days without 8 hours inside ad account. Okay. Scaling Facebook ads to 100K days without 8 hours inside the ad account. Why does this work? Because we're simply, you know, comparing our claim, which is, hey, we have a Facebook ad strategy as well, but you don't need to spend all day inside of the ad account. Now, I also have to look at here, what's the biggest pain point? And yes, like we all want to scale, we all want to move towards that. But like right now, the biggest pain point is that it's spending all day in the ad account. It's spending a lot of time in the ad account. And due to that, we can remove that time so you can focus on other things that are higher levers, which is also going to improve your performance overall. So that's a big one right there. Now, this is another one right here. Remove limitations from the claim. We kind of did that, scaling Facebook ads to 100K days without 8 hours inside the ad account. So I'm just going to say it from another perspective, right? So instead of spending 8 hours in the ad account, I'm going to go from removing limitations from the claim, and I'm going to focus it more around, let's see. Ooh, I have a good one right here. Scaling days without video ads. So I'm kind of implying here that we're only going to be using statics. I don't know why. There's just a ton of people that just love statics for how easy they are to create, how quickly you can produce a static. And then now just with AI, it makes it a lot more easier essentially to create a cool image with just for a static ad versus the production costs of video, the time it takes to edit a video, you know, hiring content creators. There's a lot more stuff that goes involved with video, right? So like typically people are naturally prefer to go static ads just because it's like, okay, hey, you know, I just can produce more for a lot faster. So here, I'm basically just calling out the fact that, hey, we can hit 30K days because there's a natural probably belief bias right there. To do high numbers, you have to have video or something like that. Where in this particular case right here, I can literally just look at, okay, hey, here's how we can scale to that perceived day that you want, but without the limitation of needing video and stuff. So pretty cool. Now, the next one is state the claim as a question. This right here is just like literally who else wants to scale their ads. Boom. I could also say who else wants to scale their Facebook ads to 100K days, who else wants to scale their Facebook ads to 30K days, who else wants to scale their Facebook ads at a 3x ROAS, who else wants to scale their Facebook ads to who else wants to scale their Facebook ads without dropping performance. Like there's a lot of variety you could go in that particular manner right there. Now, just to kind of like give you guys a heads up on this as I'm kind of going through these right here, another thing you have to look at is you have to go ahead and look at it from a perspective of each one of these like angles, the whole ad will be about that. So like, for example, scaling Facebook ads to 30K days without video ads. That's implying that we're going to hit that number without using video ads. So I need to kind of call out that pain point of video as I'm going through this. I need to educate them on this particular solution that's going to help them go to 30K days without video ads. So like the whole thing's going to be about that. Scaling Facebook ads to 100K days without 8 hours inside the ad account. Same thing here. I need to talk a little bit about the problem of spending all the time in the account and how this new solution is going to only cut down their time to about 5-10 minutes a day. So now they can focus on the 4 big levers, which is offer, landing page, creatives, and AOV itself, which is going to drastically speed up their process to result and stuff like that. Scaling Facebook ads to 30K days in 7 days. Here is going to be more just like presenting a lot of proof that we can accomplish that claim within 7 days right there. And then scaling Facebook ads to 30K days. This is just more kind of like laying out that strategy they need to be able to hit that. And then whether they want our help or they want someone else's help to do it, or, you know, done for you or done with you. Now, next one right here is offer information in the claim itself. This would be more just like how to. So how to scale Facebook ads to 30K days, right? So this is where I'm like really going deep into that strategy. They can take home, deploy themselves. And then at the end, I can do a shameless pitch, literally like I do for all these YouTube videos. Next one is tie authority in the claim. So this is where you're going to leverage some level of authority. Again, authority can be an actual job position like lawyer, doctor, things like that. Or it could be people who have experienced that particular thing for a very long time. So for example, Mom of 5 reveals the #1 thing that increases her child's early development for success. Notice I said Mom of 5. Why? Because now we're kind of giving her credentials of like, hey, she had 5 kids and she's revealing the #1 thing. She kind of hinting at the fact that she trialed and error here to find the #1 thing. Whereas like Mom of 1, our first time mom reveals #1 thing for early development. It's like, well, she only had 1 kid. She can't be that like experienced in that field right there. And then the last one is like social media status, high level influencer, right? That's another form of authority. Now, again, which one do I use? It kind of just depends on, you know, what makes the most sense. So like social media influencer reveals scaling strategy for 30K days with Facebook ads. That doesn't really make sense, right? But I could do here, like, there's no really authority in the Facebook ads niche, just because it's just Facebook ads, people that run Facebook ads, right? I could technically do Facebook ads expert reveals the 3 biggest things needed to scale their Facebook ads, local business Facebook ads, for people that are just getting started with ads. But this is also where like you have to understand where people are at, where are people at in the process of scaling Facebook ads, right? Because we're trying to go after more, you know, serious people. Just saying Facebook ads expert, they're gonna probably associate that with the meta experts that are horrible. So in this particular case, I would say something right here like $100 million FB advertiser reveals, I say strategy for 30K days. Right? So I'm leveraging that authority. I'm leveraging the fact that I've done well over $100 million. I'm probably close to 200 million now in revenue with Facebook ads for my clients. And that's not even like counting like literally students and all the student success and like literally all the people that watch this free YouTube channel, and all the success I've helped them achieve as well. So like I could really push that right there. Now, in this particular video right here, I could talk a little bit about my credentials first. I've been running Facebook ads for 10 years now. I've literally been doing this for a decade now. I've done over $100 million in revenue through Facebook ads. And here's the exact strategy you need if you want guaranteed results of scaling to 30K days with Facebook ads. And then just pinpointing 2 or 3 things real quick and then boom, call to action. Now, next one right here is the before and after. This very simple. This is just before and after. So here, this one might be like a little hard to really put into a headline, but this would be more so like looking at it from a perspective of like a image ad, for example. But I could do before. Now, not terrible, not great, but I don't have a lot of room right here to work with. This right here, I could also do something where it's like on the before side, I'm literally running this exact ads right now for my inner circle. Before, instead of saying before, I'm just saying like stuck or something like that. And it's just like all the random shit people do nowadays that are big, high level things that just simply doesn't produce results. And then the after side, I'm literally just putting like becoming a better marketer, and then boom, case study, screenshot to like imply to people that, hey, if you just become a better marketer, you can hit those things right there. So now these two right here, this POV and 3 reasons why, these are some interesting ones right here, because I really want to kind of just highlight to you guys that angles are everywhere. And there's no like just one angle, right? Like these are some base angles right here that you can test out. But there's no like what I would say like, hey, there's only 5 angles you can run with Facebook ads. Nothing else exists. Like that would be really stupid of me to say, and like just completely ignorant to the fact that there's millions and millions and millions of angles to run with Facebook ads. And there's always like new things that people are coming up with. So obviously, like some of these angles right here that I showed up with you guys for the first half, these are just like from books and stuff I've read on like copywriting and stuff, and just like common things I've seen on like even YouTube videos and TikToks and stuff like that, or YouTube specifically. Now, these POV and 3 reasons why, I've seen these very common on like TikToks and Instagram reels and stuff like that. And this is where like it's important to continue to do market research, because the more market research you do, you're going to like consistently feed your brain with a lot of really good ideas that you can pump into your account and stuff like that, new angles and stuff that you can take and recreate in your own words for your specific niche. So like this POV one, I think literally the first time I've ever seen it was like for a dating offer, like POV, you're getting left on red on Hinge, and then you came to like this particular app, and now like you're going on 10 dates a week, right? So I was like, you know what? That's actually really cool. I want to try that, but specifically for my offer. And I was like, POV, you went from stuck scaling to hitting 30K days with Facebook ads due to, and then emotion baiting. I'm gonna put the full thing right there. But POV, you went from stuck scaling to hitting 30K days, you know, with Facebook ads due to emotion baiting. And I literally just did a 5-second clip of me videoing the screen on my computer with like a Shopify screenshot of $30,000 in a single day. And that ad crushed. It did really well for me for my personal brand. Now, what is like going on here? Well, first off, I'm still talking about more of like the scaling aspect. So off the angle of like my main desire and stuff like that I'm going after. And then from here, all I'm simply doing is leveraging this POV angle that I've seen someone else use for the dating niche. And this is where I get some of my best ad ideas, because I just go to different niches, pull what's working for them, and apply it to my own niche. And I think that's where a lot of people overcomplicate it. They're like, well, I sell Facebook ad services. I don't sell dating offer. I'm like, yeah, but like literally if you just use 2 more of the brain cells your brain has that you're not using right now, you'll realize that like, hey, this is working for this niche. How can we recreate that for our niche since it's working for someone else? That way we're not just like copying our direct competitor, and now we're introducing new ideas to our niche that maybe other niches are working for them. And it's just such an easy way to get new angles and new ad ideas specifically for your ad account. Now, last one's 3 reasons why. We've seen 3 reasons why. We've seen many different versions of 3 reasons why. We've seen 10 reasons why, 5 reasons why. Yeah, just very common one right there. Obviously, like here, it's just like, you know, I could do 3 reasons why you're not hitting 30K days. Boom, with Facebook ads. And here it's just kind of going more back into that terminology right here of like, hey, reason number 1, you're still using lookalikes. Number 2, you're using cost caps and bid caps. Number 3, you're throwing random spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks from a creative standpoint. Now, if you're tired of these reasons and you're tired of being stuck at 30K days, well then guess what? Here's what or tired of stuck at like 5K a day. Then here is the strategy you need to deploy, and here's where you can learn that particular strategy. It's called emotion baiting. Click link below of a full video going over emotion baiting, send them to that video, and at the end of the video, sell them on either my agency or my inner circle group right there. So this is another really good example right here. We're literally just going ahead and just using something that's already working for other niches and applying it to our niche. So again, these are all the different angles. These are just some angles. These are some common ones I've seen work for me, some common ones I've seen online, but there's no limitations to angles. What I like to look at is I like to just kind of see what's going on and what's working for other people, screenshot, save that into a swipe file, and then over the years, you just collect this huge arsenal of different angles. And then, like I said, from there, you just take the desire, you want to go after, and then you just start boom, boom, boom with all those different angles, that you want to do, right? So don't overcomplicate it, but yeah, desire. And then you can also say the awareness, sophistication, and avatar as well. This little combo right here. And then that's your different angles and stuff like that. So hopefully this helps y'all out. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then if you want me to actually run all your Facebook ads for you, literally you have to be doing at least 200K a month. Click link below to book a discovery call. We'll go over your ad account, audit it, and I'll give you kind of feedback of what specifically I would be doing in that particular situation right there. Just a heads up, my prices do start off at $10,000 a month for me to run your ads. Now, I also do have my inner circle program. My inner circle, this is literally where I hop on one-on-one calls with you, go through your ad account and give you feedback and actually work with you on a month-to-month basis to help you scale, review your creatives, dig through different bottlenecks in your business, all of those good things. That's for brands that are under 200K a month or just simply want to hop still or doing over at 200K a month, but they want some additional help from an outside perspective right there. It's $1,000 a month, no commitment. Click link below for the inner circle. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a good rest of y'all day. Peace out.